What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to Life to Metal. It's time for a rock metal update. That's right. Time for rock and metal update. This one's going to be all 7 inches, and this video is brought to you by the letter A. All these 7-inch singles that I'm about to show you are from bands or related to bands starting with the letter A. And it's a pretty big stack. I'll just get into it. First band, big shock seeing this on my channel, was Aerosmith. But it's like, don't you have all their singles already? No, not yet. I've got a giant box of them, but man, they just go on forever because so many countries, there's different versions, different covers, and there's just a ton. But anyhow, this is a mono stereo pressing of the ballad You See Me Crying from Toys in the Attic. US pressing on the Columbia label, obviously with the original Columbia sleeve. And then another Aerosmith. This is one of those Hall of Fame ones that they used to put in the jukeboxes quite a bit, but they sold them as well to the public. But this is Walk This Way, backed with Come Together in the original Columbia Hall of Fame sleeve. This one's cool. I'd never even seen this one before. Picked this up from a Japanese seller. This is 1976 radio promo for Aerosmith, Back in the Saddle and Sick as a Dog. It's got, I don't know what that sticker is that's stuck to it, but it's stuck to it, so I'm just going to leave it on there. It's kind of cool anyhow, since it's, you know, got Japanese writing on it and whatnot. But yeah, this is a Sony pressing from Sick as a Dog and Back in the Saddle. It's on the, just on the orange, on the blue sleeve. I said orange because the next one is orange, but yeah, kind of a cool promo single. I've never seen one before. There's nothing on the back. It's just white. So it's just this blue insert, this aqua blue insert, and the Sony sleeve, Japanese sleeve. So that's cool because I've never seen. I thought I had all the Japanese pressings of the 7-inch singles from Aerosmith, and then I ran across that one. So, all right, this is a UK pressing of Draw the Line, backed with Bright Light Fright, 1978, in the CBS sleeve. This is actually an upgrades version of a, I believe this is a German pressing of Draw the Line, backed with, I think it's also backed with Bright Light Fright, if I'm not mistaken. But you can see it's got the Aerosmith Wings logo on there. And let me just double check the... Yeah, by Bright Light Fright. 1977. Did I say 78? 77. So there you go. Aerosmith, Draw the Line, Bright Light Fright. Picture sleeve. This is I got about, I think, 12 or 13 different versions of this now, but this is the stereo version of Chip Away at the Stone, a radio promo. It has the same song on both sides, and both of them are stereo. There's no stereo mono. And this is also not one that has like a live version and a studio version. There is plenty of those out there too, but so this one is just strictly the studio version. So this would have been, the song was 1978, but I believe this came out, the studio version, and this single came out in like 1984 or so, around the time that Gems came out. So I don't see a year on here, but I know the single was recorded in 78. So there you go. This is a well, this is Aerosmith, another Aerosmith single, obviously, and this is another picture sleeve for Angel, and I believe this one was from Spain, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't bother to just write it down, which I should have, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is from Spain. So, yep, Spanish pressing of Angel, and I believe it's a promotional pressing with a black and white cover, and I believe it's the same song on both sides, if I'm not mistaken. So, Angel and Angel, yes. So yeah, it's the same song on both sides. Like I said, it's a promo pressing, so it's not one that you see very often. Frankly, I had never seen it before when I found the seller who had it. I need to check in Discogs and see if it's even listed there, because I don't remember seeing this before. But regardless, this is a promo pressing of Aerosmith Angel. And then this is a Mexican pressing of Janie's Got a Gun, or Janie Tiene una Pistola. And I believe this too is a white label promo on Warner Brothers Records. Same song, both sides. Different cover sleeve. I've never seen that sleeve before though for that song, which is kind of cool. Which is what originally attracted me to it. But here's the back as well. Mexican pressing. There's a bunch of really cool Aerosmith picture sleeve Mexican pressings. The back and the saddle one is the one I want the most. It's really hard to find. I bid on one on eBay not too long ago, but when it got up into the close to $100 range, I was like, "Yep, I'm out." So, anyhow, this is another promo pressing. This was for the Pandora's Box, and this contains Sweet Emotion and an unreleased track called Subway, which is basically a studio jam from Brad Whitford, Tom Hamilton, and I don't remember if. Let's see if it says on here. Whitford, Hamilton, and Kramer. Yeah, so Joey Kramer too. So yeah, it was just those three guys just jamming in the studio. So that's what that song is. Probably during the Draw the Line era when Tyler and Perry were so wasted out of their mind, they were barely ever in the studio, and the other three guys were just in there jamming. So anyhow, pretty cool promo single. It's a little bent on the sleeve, so I'm kind of keeping it out for another copy that has a better sleeve, but not one that shows up very often. All right, that's it for Aerosmith, I promise. And excuse my sniffling if I do. I have a bit of a cold. So, all right, now we're getting into sticking with the A theme, Angel, and we've got a German pressing of Angel's Rock and Rollers, backed with Mariner. In a picture sleeve. One of my favorite bands, Angel. I've been a fan since I was literally in grade school in the 70s. And this was pretty cool. I've never seen this sleeve before. I always loved the logo. You know, it's the logo where you can read Angel either way. And I always loved the Angel with the A behind it. Thought about getting that tattooed on me at one point, but never did. All right, this is a U.S. Promo pressing. Unfortunately, it's in the wrong sleeve, but I'm looking for the right sleeve. But this is the same song, Rock and Rollers. This is a promo pressing, so it's got the mono and stereo version. How can you tell it's the wrong sleeve? You'll notice that it goes from the camel to in this thing here. It morphs all the way to the camera. And you can also see this as Casablanca Records and Film Work. Well, the Neil Bogart Blue Label came with a sleeve that just had the camels on it and just said Casablanca. I got a bunch of Kiss singles with the correct sleeve, but this one came in the wrong sleeve, even though the seller said it was in the original sleeve. Yeah, so eventually I'll find the correct sleeve for it. In the meantime, this will suffice. Angel, getting into some Japanese pressings. This is Feeling Alright and Feelings on the Casablanca label, Japan. The cool Casablanca center label. The Desert center label after the Neil Bogart label. That was like the second, and then the third one said Filmworks on it. This is Winter Song and Can You Feel It? Japanese pressing. And then we've got a European pressing. I think it's a UK pressing of California. Of Angel's Winter Song and Can You Feel It? And Angel Song features the California Boys Choir as well. And you can see it's got that punch out center thing on there, which a lot of times are punched out. I'm glad this one wasn't. And I believe this is the correct sleeve for this one. It actually is a European version of the sleeve. And note the camels going all the way across, and it just says Casablanca on it. No film works. All right, and then this is from the movie. So this was one of the last things the band recorded from the movie Little Foxes, I believe it was. Or it was just Foxes, I can't remember. But anyhow, this is 20th Century Foxes, backed with Can You Feel It? This is the single that was sold to the public. And then here is the 20th Century mono stereo pressing that was sent to radio stations and whatnot. So that's all Angel. So we got Aerosmith, Angel, and AC/DC. I mean, I've been looking for the Bon Scott era 7-inch singles where they're really hard to find and they're usually really expensive. The Brian Johnson ones, there are some expensive ones, but you can find them a lot cheaper. Thankfully, I got some of these in a trade and some from friends who were selling them for good prices. So, anyhow, this is a Whole Lot of Rosie. This is a German pressing, backed with Dog Eat Dog on the Atlantic label. This is Rock and Roll Damnation, and backed with Sin City. And this is a UK pressing with the picture sleeve, Atlantic Records. This is a maxi single, so this actually has, I think, 3 songs on it. But there's the cover, which I think is really cool. AC/DC maxi single. So it's got Grab Hold of This One. It's the name of the on the front cover. But we've got Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, Big Balls, and The Jack. Those are the songs on here. And I believe this, too, is a UK pressing. So, yeah, some more Bon Scott era AC/DC. Like I said, not easy to find, but I keep my eyes open for them. When I see them for decent prices, I snatch them up. And I got this one for... actually, I bought this one from a friend, and he gave me a really good price on it. So, all right. AC/DC, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution, backed with Hell's Bells. I believe this is a German pressing, a UK pressing, and then I have this other pressing, which is a German pressing. Same song, different covers, different countries. One's got the small hole, one's got the big center hole. So, a couple from the same album, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution. And then this is a US pressing of Let's Get It Up in the Atlantic sleeve, backed with Snowballed. And finally, AC/DC Danger and Back in Business. And this is a US pressing, I believe, with the picture sleeve from a very underrated, from the very underrated Fly on the Wall album. In my opinion, it's underrated. Okay, next we're going to cheat a little bit because we're going to go with Alice Cooper. Now, Alice Cooper used to be the name of the band, but now it's, a guy's name, so could be going under the C's instead. But that's how I have it inside of my record collection. But I'm still going to cheat and put them in here. So what we have here is, and this one I got super cheap. It's in really good shape, other than some wrinkles on the sleeve itself. But this is Elected, back to Looney Tune. I have a few different versions of this. This one is the original green Warner Brothers label. And I believe this is a US pressing. And then I have this 1973 Portugal pressing of Muscle of Love, backed with Crazy Little Child. Obviously from the Muscle of Love album, with the orange and purple cover. Never seen that before. Very cool. This is Muscle of Love, back with Crazy Little Child. This is a French pressing from France, 1973. This is a Canadian pressing of We're All Clones, one are one and one are all are one and one are all, in the original WEA sleeve, Warner Brothers. This was a nice hookup from my buddy Greg the Egg, or Blackmore Rules if you're on YouTube. Okay, this one I forgot to write down where it's from, but this is what it had been, 1977. I believe this is made in the UK, so this is a UK pressing of Love at Your Convenience, backed with It's Hot Tonight, picture sleeve, with the Alice Cooper looking like a police officer, or I don't know, kind of looks like one of those guys from like a private investigator or something like that, like back in the black and white movies back in the day. Alright, and then we're getting into slightly more modern Alice Cooper. This is from the 80s actually, but this is Freedom and Time to Kill, and I did not write down where this was pressed. I believe this is UK as well. I'm not seeing, yes, UK pressing of Freedom, Alice Cooper. And then we're getting, okay, next band. This one's really kind of cheating, but who cares? A for Amboy Dukes. So we've got Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes. This is Sweet Revenge. This is a promo stereo mono pressing, so it's got the same song on both sides. In the Warner Brothers Reprise sleeve, who was the distribution company for Discreet Records back in the day. This one, gosh, I should have written down. I can't remember what country this came from. I think this is a Mexican pressing, if I'm not mistaken. But hang on, let me see if it's written on here somewhere. It is not. I'm pretty sure it's a Mexican pressing of Mississippi Queen and Journey to the Center of the Mind, white label on the mainstream label. Not much to it in a white sleeve, but it's Amboy Dukes, so anything Amboy Dukes or Nugent is welcome in my collection. And then this is a UK pressing of Sweet Revenge and Ain't It the Truth? Discreet. Again, you see the WEA Atlantic sleeve, who was a distributor for Discreet in Europe, and the yellow Discreet label. And Free Flight and Sasha on the Warner Brothers label. This is a German promo pressing. It's a white label promo on Warner Brothers label. And it does have both songs. It's not a mono stereo thing, but I thought I'd show the back cover because it's kind of cool. Super 8 20 soul hits. I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, Amboy Dukes. So I've been I haven't showed any Amboy Dukes in a long time. So I didn't find all these like recently. I found all these over the last several months. Just haven't had a chance to show them. So that's why there's so many Amboy Duke singles here. But I'm not done yet, although I am almost done. This is UK pressing of Stormtroopin', Ted Nugent, backed with Hey Baby in the UK Epic sleeve, orange Epic sleeve. This is a Canadian pressing of Free For All, backed with Street Rats on the Canadian CBS orange sleeve. This too was a hookup from my friend Greg the Egg, or Blackmore Rules. This, I believe, I should have written it down. I don't know why I think I can remember all this crap, especially when some of this stuff sits around for months. But yeah, it is a Spain pressing of Cat Scratch Fever, backed with 1,000 Knives. With obviously the cover art is the same as the cover art for the Cat Scratch Fever album. And then Cat Scratch Fever and 1,000 Knives. This is a Yugoslavian pressing from 1977. This is on the you can see the yellow. Let's see if I can. Here you go, yellow Epic label. U.S. promo pressing of Need You Bad. So you've got the mono and stereo pressing of that radio promo single, one song. This is You Got Me Tied Up in Love, Babe. You got me tied up in love. Yeah, anyhow, this is Ted Nugent, Tied Up in Love, U.S. pressing. Really super clean pressing on Atlantic Records. Backed with, let's see, was this one? Yeah, Lean Mean Rock and Roll Machine, which is a great Nugent song. It's kind of fast-paced, kind of a boogie rhythm, Chuck Berry beat kind of thing. Anyhow, Ted Nugent, Tied Up in Love, U.S. pressing. And then the last one we have here, not an A, but I'm including it because of Amboy Dukes and Ted Nugent, but this is a radio promo single for the Damn Yankees, Come Again, and it has the same song on both sides, but I don't know what the difference is. I have to listen to it again, but it's different times. So you've got a 4-minute version, which is about average, and then the 12-minute version on the other side. So it's two different mixes. I think it's like the 4-minute version is like the radio single mix, and then the other one is just like the regular album mix. But regardless, Ted Nugent, Damn Yankees, had to grab it. So there you go. There's my 7-inch update. And like I said, this video was brought to you by the letter A and the number 7 and the number 45. So that's it. Appreciate you all watching. Always enjoy your comments below. Please, leave some comments below. Whatever. Even if you're just saying, hey, I always try and comment back to everybody. So I appreciate you all for watching. Go ahead and leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. God bless. Stay strong.